production.
And welcome. I don't know how to get that off. Let's see here. There we go. Welcome to Nitro Nation. We're going to get that figured out at some point. We have our guest with us tonight. Backstage, we're going to get to her in just a second. Welcome, Miss Jordan Wick, co-host here of Nitro Nation on ATYL. Excited to be here tonight. Another Monday night. Going to get right into it, though, bringing our special guest onto the stage, Miss Maddie Gordon, driver of the Ron Capps Top Fuel Dragster.
Yes, thank you guys for having me. It's a good Monday.
Yeah, it's a great Monday. Hey, thanks for coming out. We were talking before. We're only about a month away from Gainesville. Are we excited?
I know. It's pretty insane. I mean, this has been over a year and a half in the making. And, a year and a half ago when Ron Capps approached my dad, this time felt like forever away. And now it's literally here. We actually leave on Sunday for testing in Gainesville. And I cannot tell you how excited or nervous I am. I'm like, they're all the nerves and the excitement's really hitting hard right now.
So as you get geared up for the test, how has the off season been? I know it's probably been a whirlwind, right? I mean, you do these shows and all the other sponsor appearances. How has the off season been? Have you had time to really think about what's about to happen?
I love drag racing. Like, it's been my whole life, always. And the off season is always, it depends on what we had going on. Like, in the past years, we might be building a new race car or, getting stuff together. But generally, the off season is really busy. And then it kind of it might be busy the whole time. But no matter what, you don't see a racetrack. So it's just it just feels weird. It's just not, the off season just is not my favorite time of the year at all. But this off season has been so busy. Like, we've just been jamming. I've been traveling a lot, and it's been so cool to get to experience so many new things, meet all of these new people. And then I got to spend some time at our shop in Indy as well. We were there for 8 days, or I was there for 8 days, and got to hang out with the guys and spend some time with them. So it was really, really cool. It's been a great off season.
So, somehow your camera quality has gone absolutely digital.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Or at least it is on my screen. I don't know what has happened.
Let's see. I don't know.
It wouldn't be a show without issues. We're good. This is good. We're good.
I mean, I can try just.
Ooh. It says the network connection updated. Oh, did Jordan get what has happened? We're here. We're doing our thing. The camera, I don't know what happened.
Is Jordan gone?
Jordan seems to have left. That she's back in.
Oh,
Jordan?
Remember when you just said it wouldn't be a show if there wasn't issues?
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
I'm back though.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is my camera quality better?
Your camera quality is not. We don't have you. All we have is an M. We don't even.
Okay. Let me try this. Is it back now?
Well, we have a picture. You know what? We got what we got. We got what we got. We got.
You want me to leave and come back in?
Let's try that real quick.
Okay, I'll leave and I'll come back in.
That'll work.
Pray for us.
Okay.
Oh man, I tell you what, it wouldn't be a show without just absolutely havoc. But hey, that's drag racing, right? It's all havoc anyway. You let go of the button and it all goes to hell.
We all have a case of the Mondays.
You got to figure out what's going on. It happens. She'll be back in here in just a minute. But big headlines coming from Maddie. Here we go.
Gosh, Lord, help us.
Are we good?
Yes. We're good.
That wasn't very convincing.
You're still like, it definitely looks like the connection is not like super great, but I'm wondering if maybe our recording is messing with that, because I just keep seeing a thing that says like there's like higher quality in our recording. So maybe it's okay for right now. I mean, we can still hear you. You are just very
it
like.
It does say actual recording is higher quality. Boy, this is okay. Sorry. Well, welcome back in. Welcome back in, Maddie. Almost
okay.
ready to. Hey, it's almost time for Gainesville.
Let's go Gainesville.
So now we were talking about the off season. You know, you don't see a lot of racetrack, a lot of coach speak, if you will. You know, talking to the media, and just getting excited. To get into the car. I do have one big compliment. My cousin, he and I said that we were having you on. He's like, man, those girls can work their asses off. He's like, I watched them just get down in there in a top alcohol direction, sling clutch disc, and work circles around people. So he was excited that you were coming on. Big compliments to you and your sister and your whole family. Because I don't think, you get in there into those pits and you see the Nitro guys do their thing. They all have their own job. You get into the alcohol stuff, it's not, you got to know all of it. So kudos to you.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, we definitely, my grandfather and my dad have really instilled in our team that we have our own jobs. So, we were very, very, I'm going to say trained onto what our job is, who does this, who does that. But we also know how to do everything. So like myself, I started, me and Macy both started going full-time on the funding car team in 2020 when school went online. We took full advantage of the fact that we weren't in-person school. We actually created our own manufacturing company and did school online and then went racing full-time. But we just loved it. And at the time I was 15, almost 16, and she was 14, and we were full bore. Like we want to do this. We're totally in. But at that age and being girls, we were not strong enough to lift the blower, take the engine out, swap transmissions, all that. But in order to be part of the team, we couldn't be like, oh, sorry, Dad, we're just not strong enough. That wasn't an option. So we actually invested into a gym membership, went to the gym, got strong enough to where we could do all those things, and became part of the team. And I tell you what, 2020, it was a bad year in a lot of aspects, and it also truly changed the course of my entire life. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity that 2020 did provide me and my family, and my sister and I taking full advantage of the situation, which was unfortunate, but we were able to capitalize on online school and make the best of it.
Yeah, that's the thing in such a down time. And people, want to put blame on something. You guys, went to work and used it to your advantage. I think that's badass. To be able to have that and to learn, to learn that specific skill set and just be able to hone in on it every single day. That is awesome. I'm jealous, if you will. That is so cool. But hey, I got a dog barking. I've got to go let him in. Jordan, can you take over for just a minute?
Yeah, once I unmute myself, I totally can. Hey. So I wanted to talk about these new tracks that the NHRA has. So I feel like it's a cool question for you because you were in top alcohol, you were in super comp and super pro. So sometimes like being in those sportsman ranks can kind of take you to racetracks that are not on the NHRA, like if you will, pro rank path, right? But have you been to any of these new tracks yourself, or are these going to also be new to you?
Oh, all new. Just like you mentioned, I think it's a great point. I've been fortunate enough to run a lot of different classes, and so I've been able to see a lot of tracks that you would not see and probably will never see on the NHRA circuit, but still very cool in their own rights. And so I've been able to see a lot of different tracks, and even some that aren't technically new to the NHRA circuit, they would be new to me. So, like I've never been to Chicago. Well, technically, I rolled over in Chicago when I was like, however old you are when you roll over, I don't even know. but so I don't remember being at Chicago, so that'll be new for me. But I'm really looking forward to going to these new racetracks. I think it's going to be pretty dang cool because there's no knowledge or you don't have your previous data from other years to go back on, so it's going to be new for everybody. So I think it's going to really kind of even out the playing field for a lot of the competition, which I think will be fun and exciting for people to watch.
Yeah, we've definitely, from the people that we've talked to since these have been announced, the answer has like definitely been the same. What you just said, like it levels the playing field a little bit. Nobody has data on it, which is so interesting because like for you, and like you said, you haven't been to a lot of these tracks, but like now you are like competitively at the same level as these people who have been driving for like 20 plus years potentially, right? Or even like being a crew chief for that long. So it kind of like it I mean, for me as a fan, it's like exciting because I just kind of feel like it's one of those where anything could happen. I feel like the only other time that we get that feeling is if there's like weird weather or like insane air density or something that would contribute to that. But this is truly like, oh, we're really starting at like the ground level for everybody. So I'm kind of jacked up to watch it. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. Yeah. I think it's really cool, and I love that we're able to go to different parts of the country too and kind of reach out to those new fan bases because we have fans across the whole United States and even across the world. But, I think it's nice we're able to kind of branch out and go to new places. And so those fans don't have to travel as far, or maybe they can go to their first event. So maybe they've watched for years and just can't travel, far to make it to that new track. But now we're kind of maybe coming to their hometown or somewhere close to their hometown. So I think that's going to be really cool and really good for our sport.
Yeah. As you know, there's nothing like going there and being there. You can watch it all day, but once you feel it, there's nothing quite like it.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know of any other race car that can set off a car alarm, except for Top Fuel cars.
Yeah, exactly. I guess NASCAR can if they go by in a very, very tight pack and all 43 are in the pack. That would be 43
okay.
cars. See, that wouldn't be one.
Okay.
But that's a whole big pack of cars. I do have a question. What are I don't know how to word it. What maybe gives you the most apprehension going into the year? What are you most nervous about?
Well, I got a long list of what I'm nervous about. I mean, there's a lot of things to be nervous about. I can't name just one, but I mean, if I try to name just one, I want to be successful. I want to be a good driver. One thing that I am very focused on is not being a variable for our team and our crew chief. So, I don't want to be the driver where it's like, oh, well, she did this time and that time. And, it's hard. I don't want to be like that. Like, I want to be successful. I want to be a constant, and I want to be a driver that our crew members and our crew chiefs and our sponsors are proud to stand with, you know, and that I hold that very near and dear to my heart. And I'm working every day to be the best I can be. I'm thinking of all the questions that I can ask beforehand. I actually built a practice tree setup for our house. So we've got a clutch pedal, a throttle pedal, a Christmas tree. I'm on it every single day, and I'm watching in-car videos, you know, so I'm doing everything that I can to be as prepared as possible, because as you guys know, there's no way to simulate a Top Fuel car. So you kind of gotta, you gotta prepare as much as you can, but the only way to really understand it is to hit the gas. So, but again, of course, I'm nervous. If I wasn't nervous, I think I'd be insane. And although I'm kind of crazy, I don't think I'm insane. So yeah, I mean, just wanting to be the best that I can for everybody who's standing with us.
There's a level of not right in the head that it takes to strap into one of those things. So I mean, you're not off too far off when you say insane. I mean, that takes a little bit of, I don't know. You know, like it's awesome.
Yeah.
I have to share my dad before I got into my dragster, which is literally just super comp. Like in my opinion, watching you guys, it's like way down here when it comes to that. He told me before I got in it, he was like, if you're not nervous to get in it, like don't get in it. It's not good for you. If you're not nervous, you need to be like worried a little bit. So there's always a time where I'm like, if I feel calm, I really need to think about what I'm about to go do. And then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'm nervous again.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's a great point, because you have to have, I mean, super comp, it is. I mean, I went and I drove the alcohol funny car. When I finished in, Pomona, we got to run a couple rounds, but after that, I jumped into our super comp car and I drove super pro, and those things got some kick. Like this thing picked the front end up twice, and I have ultimate respect for super comp, super gas, stock. It don't matter what it is. Again, if it's got a steering wheel and an engine, ultimate respect.
The throttle stop stuff, when it comes off the stop on some of those, especially if the engine combination is right, it'll really get your attention. Those are no joke when it comes off the stop. They're fun. They're lots of fun.
Yes, for sure.
I was gonna get into that with your dad being, you know, a top alcohol dragster world champion, but you're the first one to go run nitro. How that's I guess, man, as a dad, that's the ultimate, right? To have your daughter go on into that. So that's got to be a pretty cool feeling. You know, I'm a girl dad too, so I'm all about it. We've had, you know, we had Alexis on last week. I really like having the females on, because I like my daughter to see that women can do professional things too, and I think that's awesome. But you know, have you had the conversations with your dad? Like, you know, I know there's proud moments there of, hey, you know, this is what we're getting ready to do. You know, this is what we worked for, and it's all culminating itself into this chance. Like, I think that's really cool. Have you had those conversations?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this has been going on. This has been in conversation since the middle of my rookie year. And, you know, so it's been, you know, for us, we've known about it for over a year and a half. Ron's been working on it before we even knew about it. But no, I mean, I think it's just, you know, us Gordons, we live for drag racing. That's what we do. That's, you know, up to this point, we've never made, a Gordon has never made a living at drag racing, but we have a cabinet shop here in town, and that's how, you know, how we make our living. But you know, for me to be able to make it to this point is beyond something we ever thought was feasible. Because, you know, with our sponsors we have on the alcohol funny car, we're able to compete at that level, but we never felt or thought that we could make it to the professional level. And it's I get speechless, because honestly, it's crazy to think I'm really here. And but it's with the backing of everybody that has supported me. Obviously, without Ron Capps noticing me and believing in me, none of this would be possible. Without Carlisle Tools and believing in me, believing in Ron Capps Motorsports, none of it would be possible. My dad, my grandpa, my mom, my sister, my grandma, I mean, they have spent so much time with me. And I tell you what, when I got in the alcohol funny car, I wasn't perfect. Like, I didn't do everything right. And they still stood behind me, and they stood behind me, and they believed in me, and gave me the confidence when I was frustrated at myself for not doing perfect. So it's just, I don't know what else to say except for I'm just honored, and my family's really excited. They're going to be at a lot of the events too, which will be good to see them on the starting line there with me.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That was going to lead me into my next little talking point I was on the cover is you had said that Ron reached out, believed in you, and was working on it behind the scenes before you had even knew about what he was working on, and kind of quoting him as kind of shades of a la Don Perdome giving him his first shot, right, and then he's just kind of paying it forward with giving you your first shot and laying that groundwork before you even knew what was going on. But obviously your work ethic that you showed in the pits, even my cousin commented on it like, man, that girl works her ass off. Like he was excited. So like obviously like your work ethic and your the way you carry yourself spoke volumes for somebody to notice and just lay the groundwork for you before you know. So I think that's awesome, and big congratulations on that, because that's just something that you earn. Like that's something that's given to you. Earn that. So congratulations and great job on that.
No, I really appreciate that, and I just love what I do. I love drag racing, and it's not just the driving that I love. I love working on the cars. I love being involved. I wasn't involved in the tuning in the Alcohol Funny car, but I loved learning about it. I loved being at the track. I love watching cars go on the track. I love helping. Actually, one time we were, gosh, where were we? Maybe was it Dallas? I'm not sure. We were somewhere, and our first round opponent, Brian Brown, basically they changed the schedule around. He didn't know. Well, he had blown up his engine the last qualifier we had in first round, and he didn't know that we were running round one later tonight, and or later that night. And so we went over there. We were helping him tear the bottom end down. Macy and I were knocking rod caps off and helping all that, doing all that we could do. But I just love this sport. I love every part about it, and the professional world is a lot different than the sportsman ranks. I'm learning that more and more every day. It's still drag racing, but it's a lot different, and so it's pretty cool. I'm really stoked to be able to learn that new side of drag racing, and just write down that I'm a professional drag racer is like it's crazy.
That's got to be a pretty cool feeling. I know Jordan had mentioned some accolades that she had sent me over that she had wanted to talk about.
Yeah, is it okay if we just like pop in the chat first, because there are some people who were speaking up here and have some questions for Maddie. I feel like that's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So first of all, you got a cheers from Daytona, which is super exciting because I'm sure there's a lot going on in Daytona right about now.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Awesome. Yes, very cool.
Also, somebody asked if you had licensed yet in Top Fuel.
I would like to think so.
Nope. I have not licensed. I have actually never warmed up a car on Nitro before. So in 1 week from today, I will have warmed up our Top Fuel dragster for the first time. So it's all coming up here soon.
But to go with that, the licensing process from alcohol to Nitro, if you will, because I know it's still Nitro and alcohol ranks in some places, but is less of a licensing process than getting a brand new license, correct? Like you still have to make runs, but it's not like the 8-run process you have when you're getting your brand new license, right?
Exactly. It's considered an upgrade. So I basically have to make what I have to do is a half track pass and then 2 full passes within a certain parameter. So like I can't idle down the racetrack and call it a license pass. I have to go if the record, whatever the record is, I have to go from the record to like whatever a certain amount of, I have like a little window. Basically, I have to go fast enough to qualify, but it technically is only a half track pass and 2 full passes to get my license.
My follow-up question on that is, if weather permits or not enough time when you're testing to get the license, can you still make licensing runs during qualifying of the Gator Nationals?
I don't know. I would highly doubt that because I would not technically have a competition number.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know, but there are 2 days. So we have our like 4 days of testing that we're flying to Gainesville for in a week, and then we have 2 days of testing before the Gator Nationals too. So we have a lot of days of testing. So you know, I mean, technically that's 6 days. So we you know, we should be able to get it done in that time frame. I no doubt we'll be able to get it done in that time frame. And you know, hopefully we'll get a lot of passes, a lot of full track passes for myself, our team also, so they can kind of get gelled together and working together at the racetrack.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were, I think we were going to cover the accolades that the 100th win
for women at a national event. Of course, you want to talk about being a proud girl dad and showing that girls can do things. I mean, that just happened. And I think, was that on your 3rd national event win, or your 3rd one, right?
That was my first. So that actually
even better.
was, yes. That was my first national event win, and that was the same weekend that Ron approached me and asked if I would want to drive for him.
Insane
that works
weekend
out.
for you. Are you kidding? That's crazy.
Who did you hire in Hollywood to get that done?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it was insane. Like, winning my first national event, like, best day ever. Becoming the 100th woman to win a national event, best day ever. And having Ron ask for me to drive his race car in 2026 was like amazing. And I couldn't even tell people half the reason why it was the best weekend ever, because like, oh my God, that was like so amazing. I'm sure you're on cloud 9. I'm like, I am, and I can't even tell you half the reason why.
Oh, did you sleep at all that night? That's the question.
Oh gosh. I highly doubt. No, there's no way. I'm trying to remember.
I can't imagine you would
exactly what happened that, because we won Seattle 2 in a row. So we won the 2 races I won in Seattle. We won both of them. So this last Seattle was really fun. We had a great time hanging out with friends and stuff like that. But I'm gonna say probably not. There's no way.
I wouldn't have. So that's why I was like, there's no way she would have. Like, you probably were just like, no. I would have been like Energizer Bunny. There's so much going on. Like, where do I even look?
Literally, I'm like Energizing Bunny after qualifying. So
that's good though. I mean, you gotta be keyed up, ready to go. Is there is there a specific stop that you're looking forward to this year?
I mean, every stop, absolutely, but specifically, of course, Indy. I mean, that's a no-brainer for sure. But I would say Pomona. You know, growing up in California, that was always a spot that my sister and I got to go every single year. So no matter how young we were, we spent every Pomona. We were always there. You know, when we were really young, we went to like Disneyland for a day and then came back to the races. But Pomona, I've honestly grown up there, and it's got a really special place in my heart. It just feels different. And you know, to be able to line up Pomona under the, I don't know if you're running the lights there, but no matter what, being able to line up at Pomona will be very, very special.
I was at Pomona this year, and I was very disappointed.
Okay, but you had to say why. I was gonna say, you can't just be like, oh man.
Well, no. So yeah. So the funny thing is, you know, I was telling you beforehand, I stream iRacing at night. So I'm in Pomona all week, and it just rains and rains and rains and rains and rains, and then I'm looking at that mountain range in Ontario as I'm flying out that you can see, and it's raining. And then I get back home, and that week on iRacing, we're racing at Fontana at the old Auto Club Speedway, and I'm looking at those mountains and beautiful sunny all week. So it's like I looked at the mountains raining in real life all week, and then virtually I looked at a beautiful mountain range and sunny and raced there all week. The next
what
week,
could have been is what you looked at. What could have been?
It was so irritating.
Right?
I've never seen that much rain. It was so crazy.
I will say, a bad weekend. It was a bad weekend. Absolutely would have rather been racing, but we did make the best of it. Me and
I saw your Instagram video, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh
yes.
yeah. I was like, no way.
Oh yeah. Oh way. Oh absolutely way. It was so fun. Oh my gosh.
It looked like fun. I mean, as a mom, I was kind of like a little like cringing, just my body kind of like viscerally was like, oh, put her helmet on. But then I was like, okay, it's all right. She's an adult.
It was really cold, but it was like, I mean, if you can't go drag racing, that was really fun. For y'all that did not see the video, we went to the store and bought an inflatable boat, and we tied it behind our beta motorcycle, and we went hauling butt through the puddles, making circles. We got a couple crew guys, and they were all hanging out with us. It was awesome.
I think it's like wakeboarding, but you made your own wake.
There you go.
Yeah, we can go for that. Yeah.
That sounds good.
It looked like it. I live in Wisconsin, so we don't have like, I mean, unless you go in Lake Michigan, I'm good. So like you have to make your own wake most of the time. You just were doing what we do up here. You're fine.
We're bringing it down to Cali.
I do have a question. You had talked about how pro drag racing is just completely different, but also on the sponsor side of things, it's completely different, right? The spotlight is way brighter and way on you all the time. How have you adjusted to those sponsor appearances? Are you liking it, or is it more of a workload than what maybe you had anticipated? Does it take a little bit away from what you had wanted to maybe at the shop, or is it just kind of roll with the punches and let's get her done?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's totally different, like I mentioned. And I'm used to diving in deep and tearing the clutch out, tearing the transmission out, dropping down, helping on the motor. That's what I've done. But on the professional side, that's not my job, and it doesn't make any it's not proper for me to do that because I have other obligations.
Right.
We have Carlisle Tools, which I mean, so blessed to have them on board with us. And like you mentioned, going to all these new sponsor appearances, you asked, like, do I like it? Is it tough? Honestly, I love it. I love meeting everybody in Napa and Carlisle. Everybody is truly amazing. And what's so cool is this new rebrand. There is such good energy around the Carlisle Tools brand. Everybody is so excited and just truly wants to see it succeed. And I could not, I couldn't be more into wanting to succeed as well. And I take so much pride into them believing that, I could be a good spokesperson for their new rebrand and for their company. And for me, talking about tools, it's like talking about drag racing. Like, I've been using tools since I was a kid. There's pictures of me sliding down the front of our alcohol funny car when I was like 1 year old. And, I was putting in spark plugs when I was tall enough to, reach the head. And so, being able to represent a tool company whose tools we've actually been using for over a year, I'm just so blessed because a company that I believe in, being able to represent them, talk about them, and promote them around the U.S. is something that I'm passionate about and enjoy doing. So I get to drive a race car and then meet and then have sponsor appearances, meet with fans, talk about Carlisle. I can't tell you what would be better than that.
Man, now that you say that, driving a nitro car and going around and talking about tools, it does not sound like a bad gig whatsoever.
Whatsoever. And you know what I think is actually what's so cool about drag racing and the hospitality program that we do have is, I mean, like, not even considering the hospitality, but every ticket's a pit pass. You get in, you get up right close and personal with the guys. You get to see all the guys using Carlisle tools, what tools we have in the pits, and you get to just be up close and personal, smell the nitro. I mean, there's nothing better than going out to a drag race. At least I don't think so. Me personally.
I completely agree with you. Drag Race Mayhem on X was wanting to know if you got any Carlisle merch yet.
We don't yet, but we will have it for sure. I don't know exactly the release date, but that is a question I've been getting. So I'll be asking Ron on what our date is going to be, but we will have some very soon.
Okay, well, good deal.
I would love to follow up on your comment about asking Ron something, if that's okay. What which I'm sure you guys have already been working together, like you mentioned, when this all kind of like came to fruition. However, what are you most excited about working with Ron? Like, you're just getting started, right? So looking ahead, the rest of the year, like end game, what are you most excited and looking forward to?
Oh gosh. I'm trying to pinpoint like one exact thing, but I can't think of like a specific like this one thing. I mean, I've already learned so much from Ron just with driving, the way he is able to just flip a switch and go from driving the car to meeting with fans to getting back in the car. I mean, that's been one thing that I'm like, whoa, like that is really cool. Gosh, one specific thing. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna have to think about like that one thing, but I'm really looking forward to just being able to learn from him because he is truly a legend in the sport. Being able to learn from him, just kind of shadow him in a lot of ways because there's not many people who are able to keep a sponsor for as many years as he has, and so I'm just trying to soak up everything I can, learn from him, and just kind of follow in his footsteps. And something that I love about Ron is he's just able to just flip that switch. He goes from driving the car, hopping out, and he is so personable, and he's the exact same person on camera as off camera, which I truly think is like the coolest thing ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is very awesome. And to be able to like you mentioned, to race for a guy that's had a long-term partnership with sponsor, that speaks volumes for Ron. And his ability to maintain relationships, because in motorsports, relationships are all you have, and if you have one that's very long term and it's associated with a driver that's, like you said, a legend of the sport, and then you could be able to join that, like that's an excellent springboard, and like you said, a great mentor to learn from, a lot to pull from Ron, and to understand how to be a professional within the sport. I think you're in a great spot. I couldn't be more excited for you.
Thank you. No, I couldn't agree more, and I think I'm very, very fortunate. I've got an amazing opportunity, and I'm going to do everything I can to do the best I can for myself, for our team, crew chiefs, Ron Caps, all of our partners. We're looking for a good year.
Here's a question, Justin, on I guess X. Is there anybody that you want to line up against, or would you have liked to have lined up against in Top Fuel? So that's a two-part question.
Yeah, I mean,
is there anybody you want to line up against this year? And looking back on all of Top Fuel, anybody you would want to have lined up against in the past?
I would say currently I mean, gosh, I've like watched all these people my whole life. I've watched them from the living room since I was like 4. So, I mean, I'm gonna be really excited to line up against everybody on that roster. But, first one that comes to mind is Sean Langdon. Sean has helped me a lot. He has spent some time on the phone with me with practice tree settings and helping me out with things. So, I'm looking forward to. I would like to line against Sean. And Justin Ashley, he's really, really leveled up.
Man,
I think the whole entire Top Fuel class with his reaction times.
Wow.
And I think he is amazing. And, that'd be really cool to line up against him. As far as in the past, I would have loved to, I know it was a while ago, but I would have loved to race Blaine Johnson. Our families have been really close for a lot of years, and we're really close with Melanie Johnson. My grandparents and my dad have been close with Alan for a lot of years. My dad actually worked on Blaine Johnson's car, and so that would have been really special. He was a very special man. Never got to meet him, but I've heard a lot of really good stories. And I actually had a picture of his car in my room for years. We have a picture of him in our shop, right behind our main working bench. So that would have been really cool. But very fortunate to be close with the rest of the Johnson family, and we hold Blaine close to our hearts, still to this day.
Yeah, that would have been a that would have been a record-breaking relationship with Alan and Blaine. That was one of my prized diecasts back in the day. Was one of the red Travers cars. I remember looking for that for a while. But yeah, those were that was an unfortunate situation. But that man, Alan is super smart when it comes to tuning a car. I mean, super smart.
Yes, he is. Yep.
But Jordan, is there anything that you have?
Okay, I do have one follow-up off of that because I know we're talking about people in the past, but your mentor, Ron Capps, used to drive Top Fuel back in the day. Would you ever line up against Ron Capps in a Top Fuel dragster?
That would have been so cool. I mean, heck, if we can ever get a race where we got funny cars against dragsters, maybe we could modern day race against each other.
They did that. They did that at Bristol.
We're gonna need to get that on the schedule though, so that David and I can be there because we're gonna need to watch it go down. Period.
Yes.
They did do that.
I want to be like in the car, of course, but like I want to be like a little like fly on the wall, being able to watch it too.
We need in-car GoPros for the both of you. We need to hear the commentary. We need the full behind the scenes if this takes place.
You know what we need to do is have like radios that like me and Ron can talk directly to each other.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Yes. That would be hilarious.
Yes, I agree.
Maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't do that, but it sounds funny.
Yeah, maybe not, but also yes.
So we got the test coming up in Gainesville, and you said in 2 weeks.
Right. So we will fly to Gainesville this Sunday, and then we will begin. Actually, I'll hit the gas for testing on Tuesday the 17th.
Tuesday the 17th.
A week from tomorrow.
Okay, a week from tomorrow. Heck yeah, I'm gonna be out in Gainesville, so I'm gonna come search you guys out and get a word with you and Ron if we can find the time.
Hey, well, you can't miss the Venom Green trailer. Just saying.
You can't miss the ATYL hat, and you can't miss the hat. Yes. So we're good. Jordan, you have gone mute. Oh no.
Sorry, I was trying to say we need that merch. I need that bright green. Like I need people to be able to spot me out.
There you go.
Yes, I'm gonna ask Ron. I'm gonna get that date.
We'll probably be able to snag some in Gainesville, and I'll get you some shipped up there. How about that?
Yeah, you're gonna have to mail me some of that up because I'm not gonna be there.
Well, do you have? Oh wait, hang on.
Drag Racing Mayhem was just talking about the Top Fuel versus Funny Car thing we brought up because he thought that Lee and Matt did something in testing, but I just unlocked a memory and they did it at the pro shootout that took place in Bradenton. I think that was 2 years ago. And I'm almost certain Ron Capps was the funny car. I'm almost certain.
I know Ron did win the pro shootout. I don't know if he actually ran against dragsters or not.
But wait.
I think he was the funny car in this equation.
Jordan comes back. All I can think about was the pro. Pretty sure that was Ron. Yep, I think it was Ron. I think you're right. Jordan coming in with the answer.
You're talking about me, dog.
Yes.
I wrote that.
Oh, I thought it was a different Jordan. How dumb am I?
That's me.
It's Monday, guys.
I was trying to respond to our friend. Okay, I just Googled it, and I want you all to know the AI overview tells me that Ron Capps defeated Austin Prock in a thrilling funny car final at Bradenton Motorsports Park. So maybe he was not the equation. Chad Green won the Top Fuel versus funny car. All right, I don't know what I'm talking about. I know Ron was there, obviously.
I think that either the first round losers or the people who didn't qualify ran dragster against funny car.
That's right. That's correct. I do believe that was right. But Ron won something in this, and I knew that to be correct. I just was wrong about what he won. So
he did win.
We got that.
You are correct. Yeah, he did win the shootout.
All right. Well, I mean, it's possible. We just proved that it's possible. They just did it 2 years ago. Run it back, right?
No, they did it in the Winston Noble shootout in 1996, 95 at Bristol. It was a Top Fuel versus funny car, and it was a staggered tree. It was a handicap tree. The Top Fuelers left like a 10th or 2 before, but it was cheating because the Top Fuelers would just leave when the dragsters left or when the funny car left. So it was like they would cut just magnificent lights. And but yeah, that was a race they did it as a Noble shootout back in like 95, 96, probably before your guys' time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we're gonna have to believe you on that one because we were
Ron
there.
was there. Ron was there. I talked to Ron about that like my very
Ron
first show.
probably was the only one out of the 4 of us there. Okay,
I was there. But
I was not on Earth, so
no,
sorry.
It's all right. It happens. Well, Maddie, I can't thank you enough for coming out and dealing with the craziness and all the mishaps that it just is live, live interviews that we got what we got and we got to take what we get. But we greatly appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, and stay tuned. We'll be posting all of our testing updates on all of our social platforms. So we've got X, Facebook, Instagram. So we'll be posting how it's all going in a week from now.
Right on. Jordan, you got anything before we get out of here?
Nothing other than I wish you the best of luck. I wish I could be at Gainesville with our friend Duke, but I will not be. So I wish you the best of luck. I can't wait to hear back from him on how it's going when he's there, and you'll have to update us on the merch, please.
Thank you. Yes. I'm looking forward to it too. I appreciate it, and I'll get some information on that.
Right on. Well, Maddie, thank you very much, and for everybody here at ATYL Media, Miss Taylor Kitchen, thank you for your time. Good luck this year. And I want to get a promise that when you get your first Wally that you come back.
I like it. Deal.
You heard it here. It's gonna be sooner rather than later. Deal. So we're looking forward to that.
I like it.
All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna cut on out of here, and the exit is gonna be very awkward because we're gonna click off one by one, and we're gonna do some kind of exit montage because I'm not 100% sure how to work the platform still. But you guys, thank you very much for your time. We're gonna cut on out of here. Y'all have a good night. See, here we go. The awkwardness. I can't.